This is a weakening question and we have to find an objection that the argument is vulnerable to. The conclusion is that in protecting ornamental flowers from aphids, ladybugs can play no useful role. The missing link is between the ladybugs preying on the aphids only for a week before they fly away and the conclusion that in protecting flowers from aphids, ladybugs can play no useful role. Our broad expectation from the correct answer choice is that it should weaken this conclusion or indicate something on the lines of not considering other uses of ladybugs. Please note that the conclusion has this term no useful role, which is extreme in nature. So in order to weaken this conclusion, we will have to show that ladybugs can play at least some useful role. Let's look at the answer choices. Answer choice A. The argument is concerned with ladybugs in aphid infestations that are severe enough to warrant the deployment of ladybugs, whereas this answer choice talks about aphid infestations that are less severe to warrant the deployment of ladybugs. So this answer choice is just additional information and has no bearing on the argument. So let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice B. This answer choice talks about a possibility of combining the two aphid control methods. These methods would be ladybugs and synthetic pesticides. The argument mentions that ladybugs are effective for a single week and synthetic pesticides can be easily reapplied whenever the aphids reappear. If this is so, there is a possibility of ladybugs and synthetic pesticides being deployed to counter aphid infestations. If this is so, it indicates that ladybugs have some role to play in clearing away these infestations, and it weakens the conclusion that ladybugs can play no useful role. Again, please note that we are attacking the extreme notion of playing no useful role, and hence this answer choice weakens the conclusion. A good answer choice, let's keep this on hold. Answer choice C. The argument is concerned with how effective ladybugs are in protecting ornamental flowers from aphids. The failure to distinguish between several varieties of synthetic pesticides does not suggest anything about the effectiveness of ladybugs. So the lack of consideration of this answer choice has no bearing on the argument. So let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice D. This answer choice talks about a rejected method and an alternative for the rejected method. The rejected method in the argument will be ladybugs, but the argument does consider synthetic pesticides as an alternative. So it is incorrect to state that the argument fails to mention an alternative to a rejected method. In other words, this answer choice does not indicate an objection. So let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice E. The argument is concerned with the effectiveness of ladybugs in controlled aphid infestations. So information regarding other insects that might have the same effect on aphids, this information has no bearing on the argument, and failure to consider this information cannot be an objection. So let's eliminate this answer choice. B is the correct answer choice.